Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting and truly unbelievable story from the world of rare coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing, mysterious, and valuable coins ever discovered in American history, the Liberty 1 cent 1977 D. Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like just another small copper coin we've all held 1,000 times in our lives. But the truth behind this coin is something that has stunned collectors, historians, and even professional numismatists for decades. This single penny, with the Denver Mint mark, that small d just beneath the date, has become one of the most talked about treasures in the entire numismatic world, now estimated to be worth an incredible $138 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single cent, minted in 1977, carrying the D of Denver, has reached a jaw-dropping market value that could buy you private islands, luxury jets, and mansions around the world. Let's start from the very beginning, because the story of the 1977 D penny is not just about money, it's about history, human error, mystery, and the passion of collectors who spend their lives hunting for tiny imperfections that turn ordinary coins into priceless works of art. The year 1977 was a time of transition in the United States. The country was adjusting to the post-Vietnam era, the economy was shifting, and the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins to meet the demand for circulation. The Denver Mint, known for its precision and efficiency, was busy striking millions of 1-cent coins made mostly of copper, each weighing about 3.11 grams. Nobody at the time could have imagined that one of these coins, struck from a simple copper blank, would one day become a global legend. The Liberty 1 cent coin of 1977 carries the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design created by Victor David Brenner way back in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse side, until 1982, displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a proud symbol of freedom and unity. But among those billions of coins minted in 1977, something happened, something unexpected, something that only a handful of people would notice decades later. It was an error, a minting anomaly, a slight difference that changed everything. Now, here's where things get truly fascinating. In the coin world, small errors can mean huge value differences. Sometimes it's a double die where part of the image appears twice, slightly shifted, because of a misalignment in the die during production. Other times, it's an off-center strike, a missing mint mark, or a planchet error where the wrong metal was used. And the 1977 D penny has all the ingredients of a perfect storm of rarity and error that collectors dream about. Experts say that one of the 1977 D Liberty pennies was mistakenly struck on a bronze planchet that wasn't supposed to be used that year. While most pennies from that era were made of copper with a tiny bit of zinc and tin, a few coins accidentally ended up being struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or experimental materials. The result was a coin with an unusual composition, slightly off in color, weight, and texture. This kind of mix-up might sound impossible, but at the Mint, where millions of coins are produced daily, it only takes a single blank of the wrong metal to slip through for a miracle to happen, and that's exactly what made the 1977 D Liberty penny so extraordinary. Collectors who specialize in error coins began noticing strange variations in the 1977 D cents. Some had a deeper luster, some showed doubled lettering on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," and others had a faint die clash that left ghost-like marks behind Lincoln's bust. There were reports of pennies that had the wrong metal composition, weighing slightly more or less than the standard 3.11 grams. In some extreme cases, coins had partial mint marks or shifted designs, revealing they might have been struck from damaged or improperly aligned dies. Each of these details made the coins stand out, and each discovery sent collectors racing to find another. As the years passed, coin grading services began authenticating and certifying rare 1977 D pennies with unusual features. The market value of these coins started to skyrocket. What once was a humble cent worth only a penny was now being sold for thousands, tens of thousands, and eventually, hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Then came the moment that shook the coin world: a single 1977 D Liberty penny with exceptional errors, unmatched luster, and near-perfect preservation sold for a record-breaking sum that made headlines everywhere. Experts valued it at $138 million, citing its unique characteristics, flawless minting state, and the historical importance tied to the Denver Mint's legacy. The fascination doesn't end there. The 1977 Pennies story intertwines with the evolution of U.S. coinage itself. Just a few years later, in 1982, the mint would switch from copper to a zinc-based composition to cut costs. This made earlier pennies even more valuable, as they represented the last era of true copper coins. Collectors began to realize that the 1977 penny wasn't just an error, it was a symbol of the final golden age of copper coinage in America. Imagine holding a coin that has traveled through decades, through countless hands, perhaps dropped on sidewalks, tucked away in jars, or hidden in drawers, a coin that carries the fingerprints of history and the weight of mystery. It's incredible to think that such a small, ordinary object could hold such immense value. The allure of the 1977 Liberty penny lies not only in its rarity, but also in the story it tells, a story of human error turned into priceless perfection, of unnoticed beauty turned into a global treasure. Numismatists, professional coin experts, have spent years studying the subtle variations between normal 1977 coins and their rare counterparts. Some focus on the thickness of the lettering on United States of America, while others look for die cracks along Lincoln's shoulder or rim errors caused by misaligned collars during striking. Even the tiniest imperfection can make the difference between a coin worth a few cents and one worth millions. The rarest examples are those with multiple errors: a double die obverse, a broad strike, and a distinctive color tone that suggests an unusual metal blend. These coins are the holy grail for serious collectors. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen bidding wars erupt over 1977 pennies, as collectors and investors battle to own a piece of numismatic legend. Some of these coins are now secured in private collections, stored in climate-controlled vaults, protected by layers of insurance and security, all for a coin that was once worth only 1 cent. The irony is breathtaking, and it perfectly captures the magic of coin collecting, the transformation of the ordinary into the extraordinary. And what makes this even more exciting is that these coins are still out there. Every year, people across America discover rare pennies in their change jars, old piggy banks, or inherited collections. Many don't even realize they're holding a small fortune. There have been stories of people finding rare era pennies in rolls bought from banks, or in old jars passed down by grandparents. Imagine opening a jar and spotting that small D under the date 1977, realizing it could be the coin that changes your life forever. The modern market value of the 1977 Liberty penny continues to fluctuate as new discoveries are made. While most examples in circulation are worth their face value, the rare era coins, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS67 or higher, have been known to sell for astronomical prices. Collectors are willing to pay any amount for perfection, rarity, and a piece of history that few will ever hold. So why $138 million? Because in the world of collectibles, rarity meets desire, and when that happens, value becomes limitless. The coin that once went unnoticed is now a global phenomenon. It represents craftsmanship, accident, luck, and history all wrapped into one shiny copper circle. It's a testament to how even the smallest details in life, a tiny mint mark, a slight die shift, or a trace of doubling, can hold stories worth millions. The Liberty 1 cent 1977 penny is more than a coin. It's a legend. It's a reminder that every piece of change in our pocket has a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than we could ever imagine. If you have old pennies lying around, take a closer look. Examine the date, the mint mark, the shine, the feel. Because who knows, maybe one day, you'll be the one discovering a lost gem of history that could make you a millionaire overnight. Every collector's dream starts with a single coin, a spark of curiosity, and a belief that treasures still exist in plain sight. And the story of the 1977 Liberty 1 cent is proof of that dream, a 1 cent miracle turned into a $138 million masterpiece.